some of our Jersey boys there, Raftery, and before that, Swamp Box. And there's big news for both of them. It's my understanding that Raftery has an EP coming out in October, and if I'm doing the math right, we're just 6 days away from a new Swamp Box album. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I love new music. I love new music. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you all, because I can't confirm it right now, but Rick maybe, in addition to doing artist debuts on Music Mafia Radio tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, he may have yet another world premiere from one of our existing Music Mafia Radio artists. And I'm not going to say any more than that because I can't confirm one way or the other. All I can tell you to do is keep your eyes peeled between now and tomorrow night's show, because you may see something pretty cool and may get a chance to hear something really cool on tomorrow night's show. MusicMafiaRadio.net. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. IndieArtistRule.com. Get over there and read it. Top 30 poll is out there. Polls close 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I get to hear your incredible playlist live Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Rick. Rick will be back, as I mentioned, he'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, with debuts and possibly a surprise. I'll be back on Thursdays. You can catch me Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on Music Mafia Radio. That was a mouthful. All right, I mentioned earlier, and I'm not in soapbox mood because, and you got to admit, the last half hour has been kind of rocking, but on the Cosmello scale, with 1 being the most mellow and 10 being me being out of my mind, we were like a 3 or 4 tonight. It was kind of fun. So I'm not going to get my soapbox, but there is a lot of talk going on in the industry right now, particularly amongst the indie artists themselves, about where the business needs to go. And if you follow me on Facebook, I've shared a couple of articles today that kind of reaffirm everything that I've thought is wrong with the business. Spotify, iTunes are not the answer by any stretch of the imagination. And I struggle with that a little bit. And the full disclaimer, I put playlists out on Spotify, but I do it hoping that folks will discover the music. But the reality is Spotify doesn't do artists any favors. Neither does iTunes or any one of those other, excuse me, frog in my throat. Wow. None of those streaming services that you pay $9.99 a month to listen to anything that your little heart desires, none of those do justice to any of the artists. And there's a lot of discussion around that right now. I have recently given up my Microsoft Groove Music account. That was where I listened to music up until about 10 or 11 months ago. Gave it up because paying $100 a year wasn't doing the artist any favors. Here at Music Mafia Radio, we believe that the best way to hear these artists is to go someplace where folks actually care about the artists and they're not just another number. And I can speak for Rick and I can speak for the staff without hesitation when I say we care about each and every artist that we play here at Music Mafia Radio. Some of them have become close friends. Some of them are almost like family to us. And I don't say that in that very generic sense. They really have become family to us. And you as listeners, you're just as important in this whole equation. And with all these changes that we're doing here, like I mentioned earlier, just phase one. There is more to come after we transition over to the website for the station itself. And it's all being done with the artist and the listeners in mind. And we need your help. There's no other way to put it. We need your help. We need you to get the word out about Music Mafia Radio. not because of my inflated ego or Rick's inflated ego. It's not because of us, but the more people that we have listening, the more opportunity these bands and musicians have to succeed. And that's important to all of us here on staff. We want to see these artists. Quite honestly, the end goal for me is to want to tune into the Grammys here one of these years in the near future, for no other reason than knowing that these independent artists are the ones that are probably going to take the trophy. At that point, I'll know that the industry has started paying attention to good music as opposed to a bunch of formulaic crap that all sounds the same, and quite honestly, in many cases, doesn't require any musical talent. Things are going to change. And as I said, these streaming services, and I'm seeing artists opt out of having their songs on these streaming services. It's a no big deal to Spotify, big deal to the artist, though. So I would just ask you guys, number one, continue to support these artists. We see it every day in little ways. We hear the stories from the artists themselves. Continue to support the artists, but as important to us right now, get the word out about Music Mafia Radio. We got some great things going on. Once we get everything set up, we'll be streaming music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that'll give us the opportunity to showcase just a ton of artists that deserve the attention. So that's what I had to say tonight is number one, thank you. But number two, we need your help. Okay. Rick tomorrow night debuts, me Thursday night. No idea what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out between now and 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. And then Rick again on Friday. Polls closed Sunday at 6. 8 o'clock Eastern on Monday. You can catch Rick with the live show. And, yeah. All right. It's been a great night. It's been a fun night. I had fun. I always have fun. I always have fun doing this. It's so cool to be able to sit here and spin one great tune after another. So I'll leave you with a little flowers and syrup. And until Thursday, I'll see you in chat tomorrow night. But until Thursday, this is Coz saying good night.
A heavy wooden door, a place where I have been before. I hardly can get through, but it's something that I have to do. The air here makes me cough. Concrete my face. Wanna get up, but I'm stuck in the circle of